guys, I'm sorry that this is 2 parts, but if you watched part 1, it was 22 minutes. So this hopefully will be faster because there's less explaining. I'm just literally going to read the questions. So anyway, this is the adoptive parent questionnaire. This is the part the birth mom does see. And yeah, so let's get started. Describe your personality. What are your best, strongest qualities? I am optimistic, joyful, and loving. I try to see the best in everyone in every situation. I am organized, and I love to plan. I love to research and learn new things. I try to learn as much as possible before making decisions, which, yeah, I love to plan. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I would change my eating habits because I've struggled with food and my weight my entire life. I feel that if I could develop better eating habits, I would be able to have a healthier lifestyle, lose weight, and be more active. What parts of your life give you the most satisfaction? My career and my family give me the greatest satisfaction. I'm fortunate enough to have a career that I love. Although some days are challenging, I still enjoy work. My family is amazing. I do not get to see them in person very often, but I talk to them daily. They are my biggest supporters. What parts of your life are most stressful? How do you handle the stress? I rarely feel stressed, but when I do, it's usually because of work politics. I try to keep myself distanced from those who make me feel stressed because I live so close to my work and my coworkers. I try to make sure that I keep all my work at work so that I can keep my home peaceful and relaxing, which my stress is like minimal. But how do you put that on paper? And honestly, really, if it is work related, or if I am stressed, it's 99% of the time work related, and it stays at work. What crises have you experienced in your life? Please explain fully. This is the worst question ever. I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I haven't had a crisis in my life. Like, that's how bad it is. But anyway, my biggest crisis was not being accepted into teachers college. Although most would not see it as a crisis, it definitely was for me at the time. I had my entire education and career planned, and not being accepted completely derailed my plans and goals. I felt like I had failed. I was completely lost and did not know what I should do with my life next. How did you cope with the above crises? I only did one. There's not a lot of space to write more than what I wrote. Like blocking out all my personal information. Like, yeah. Anyway. Where was I? How did you cope with the above crises? Describe your support system at that time. I wanted to use my unexpected time off to do something positive instead of being depressed about it. I decided to teach in Korea because it would allow me to travel while working towards my career. Although it was scary for me to move across the world, it was also a great adventure. My parents and my best friend Sherry helped me think through my options, and they supported my decision and helped me while in Korea. Describe your support system in your life at this time. Can I write down YouTube? I didn't write down YouTube, but could you imagine? My support system is YouTube. Like, I don't think you guys realize how amazing it is to have you guys, like the comments, and even just seeing views, that there's people that actually watch me, and I'm totally getting off topic right now. Like subscribers and stuff like that, like just to see that people actually care, and you've never met me in person, but you still care about me, if that makes sense. But anyway, if I could write down YouTube and feel like I wouldn't be criticized for it, I would write down YouTube. Describe your support system in your life at this time. My family and friends, which I guess you guys can be my friends. You fall under that, friends. Anyway, my family and friends are my biggest supporters. Although my family lives far away, and so do most of my friends, I know that they are just a phone call or email away. Instead of telling me what they think I should do, they help me think through my options so I can make the best decision for me. Which is totally true. Like, if I ever have a dilemma, which I'll talk about in a quick update that I want to do, but I literally just tell them, I don't know what to do, this is what I'm thinking here, this is what I'm thinking here, and they'll be like, well, why do you, like, they'll ask me questions to help me think through my choices, and sometimes it's as simple as, well, you already said that you wanted this, so just do that. But it's just like, they're not like, oh, I think you should do this, the end. They actually like help me think through stuff. I'll talk about it in a quick update that is probably going to post today for you guys. Today's Friday, but you're probably seeing this on Saturday, so the quick update will probably be Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, your education and employment. Outline your education. Include unfinished programs, and those not career related. Include dates. Well, I ran out of room, so anyway. So from September 2001 to June 2005, I was in high school. September 2005 to April 2008, I was in my Bachelor of Education in Child and Family Studies. September 2010 to April 2011, Bachelor of Education in Primary Junior Divisions. And then May 2011 to present, various professional development courses. I've also started and not finished to the same degree twice, but I actually didn't take any courses towards it. So I'm kind of counting that as my various professional development courses, which fall in that, well, actually between 2008 and 2010. But anyway, describe your current employment. How long have you had this position? I am currently an elementary school teacher. I currently teach kindergarten. September 2014 will be my second year in kindergarten and my third year at this school. What are your career goals? Another hard one. Anyway. I would like to continue teaching until I retire. I love my job and cannot imagine doing anything else. I have no desire to change careers. Every school year brings new students and new ideas into my classroom. And honestly, with teaching, I can travel wherever I can get hired. I can change schools. I find most jobs I get bored after a year. Like I'll have the job after 1 year of doing the same thing. I'm so done with it. With teaching, I'm never like that, because when I hit that time when I am feeling like I'm done, which is now because it's June, it doesn't affect me, because next year, I'm planning for next year now, so I get that burst of energy and having some fun planning to do. Anyway, where am I? Indicate your work history for the past 10 years with appropriate dates. I'm not going to go through the dates with you guys because it's just 10 years. I'm 26. So 26, so going back to when I was 16. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to just tell you what my work was. With the education, I went from earliest to latest, but this one I went backwards. I clearly should have just followed resume format. But anyway, elementary school teacher, customer service representative, English as a second language teacher, educational assistant, cashier, customer service, educational assistant. Wow, was I that 2 times? Oh yeah, in a different school. Housekeeper, babysitter for various families, ages 2 weeks to 10 years. Nanny for twin boys, Monday to Friday during summer, evening and weekends from September to June. I needed full-time during that time. What are your thoughts about religion and what role does it play in your life? I understand them having a religion section, but as someone that is not Christian, I feel it's very difficult to answer religion questions. And at least I have a religion and I have a belief system, but what if you don't? I understand the birth mom was probably going to want to know that, but it's just hard to answer questions when you don't have, if you're not Christian or in a religion that believes in a God. I just find it's difficult to answer. But anyway, religion is a very important part of my life. I am Buddhist and try to follow the Eightfold Path and the 5 precepts in my daily life. I also meditate daily. So for a birth mom to read that, unless she knows what a Buddhist is, she's not going to understand what I just wrote. Anyway. Which I guess I should have wrote it better than that, but it's hard to explain. How, for me as a Buddhist, it's every part of my life. There is no, cut off in my day where this is my religious practice and this isn't. It's just how I live my life. Anyway. Describe your involvement with your place of worship. Another one. Anyway. My place of worship is my home. I have a simple Buddhist shrine set up for daily practice. There are no Buddhist temples in my community. Attending is not a key part of being Buddhist, which it's not. There's no requirements. It's not like Christianity where you have baptisms and maybe Catholicism. I'm thinking of I don't know. I was Catholic. I was raised Catholic. So we had the baptisms and the confirmations. We had the Sunday church every week. Whereas Buddhism, at least the Buddhism I follow, there's no you go anywhere on a certain day. There's no, it's your own thing. So if I want to do something, I do it. If I don't have to. There's no, like, rules to become a Buddhist. Like, it's not the same as Christianity or a religion like that. Like Islam. Like, there's just, it's not the same. And in terms of, like, actual, like, requirements for stuff, like, for me, for my daily practice, I do it in front of a picture of Buddha. I can do it in front of a statue of Buddha. Like, there's no, you must have this. Like, I don't know. Anyway, what will you change? Will that change when you become a parent? If yes, how? I do not feel like it will change when I become a parent. I will probably need to change my meditation time around my child's schedule. But I still plan on practicing daily. I will include the child in my daily practice when they are old enough. So yeah, right now I meditate before bed. Obviously with a child, I'm going to have to sneak it in during nap time. But anyway, medical background. What is your general state of health? Good. Do you smoke? No. Frequency, amount, NA. Do you drink? No. Frequency, amount, NA. And that's the other thing I was going to write in the Buddhism part. Or the religion part of my religion is not to consume alcohol, not to do drugs, which was part of my life anyway, but I was going to write that under the Buddhist part as well, which then I was like, I don't want a birth mom who does use drugs or does drink alcohol to be like, this person isn't going to want my baby, or this person's judging me, because to me it's, each person makes their own decisions, and I don't like to give up that control. I like to have my mind mentally alert as much as possible. But I don't want to write stuff like that too much, because I don't want the birth mom to feel like I'm going to judge her. Do you take any prescription or street drugs? Please explain. Prescription, which I take naproxen, and Toradol, which you guys know, for my menstrual cramps. Yeah, lots of fun. Check any conditions which apply to you or any of your family members. Alcoholism, allergies, asthma, blindness, deaf, cancer, cerebral palsy, cystic fibrosis, developmental delays, diabetes, drug addiction, epilepsy, heart disease, high blood pressure, intellectual disability, kidney problems, learning disability, mental illness, multiple sclerosis, multiple muscular dystrophy, thyroid problems, and other. So I'm not going to go through that with you guys. But I have allergies and I have endo. The rest of it, there's points where my family members have. What childhood illnesses or other severe physical illnesses have you had? I've had chickenpox and I've had gallstones. Have you had any mental illnesses? Please explain. No. Have you ever been hospitalized? When and why? Excluding fertility related. Yes. 2010 June, I had gallbladder surgery. Are you currently under medical treatment other than fertility related? No. Family background, and basically it lists mother, father, step-parent, I guess if you have two step-parents. And if one or both parents have remarried, please indicate this in the columns above. And then the columns have name, date of birth, health status, education level, occupation, and city. Which I'm like, really? You want to know what my parents do for a living and what their education level is? And their date of birth. Like, stupid. Describe your parents' marriage, how they made decisions, handle stress, divided work, and share the parenting. Which I feel like this part is kind of difficult for if you were in a single parent home to then have to describe your parents' marriage. Like, my parents have been married for over 35 years and are still deeply in love. I can count on one hand the amount of times I have heard them argue. To help with stress, we always did fun things as a family, like play board games, watch TV, go to the car races. They divided work, so my mom takes care of the children and the cleaning while my dad makes sure the bills are paid on time, takes out the garbage, and does repairs around the house. Are your parents still married to each other? If not, please explain. Yes. They've been married, I think this will be 38 years. My mom was 18 when they got married and my dad was 23. They met when my mom was 13 and my dad was 18. So they've been together their whole lives. Siblings, please use a separate sheet to list additional siblings. So again, they have spots. They only have 3 spots, so if you have more than 3 siblings, but name, date of birth, education level, occupation, city, marital status, and name of partner, which I'm like, really? Names and ages of children, again, really? Like I just feel like sometimes there's a point where I'm choosing to adopt, and why do I need to give their personal information? But anyway. Describe in detail the way children were disciplined/punished in your family's timeouts, and being grounded are the 2 ways that we were disciplined/punished in my family. We only had books and a few small toys in our room because the TV was in the living room and most of our toys were in the toy room. When we were older, we lost computer and TV privileges. Really, like, I remember once my dad spanking me. That's it. I honestly don't remember getting yelled at. I remember yelling at them, but I don't remember them yelling at us. I remember getting grounded, or that's about it. And even that was minimal, and TV privileges taken away and stuff. And honestly, we didn't have much in our rooms. But anyway, describe your current relationship with your family. For you guys that don't know, me and my family are like super duper close. My brother, if I didn't have a dog, my brother would be living with me. He just hates dogs. I don't know why. My brother and I have lived together before, and everyone in my family lives at my 2 brothers and my parents live at my parents' house, and we all get along amazingly. But anyway, I've had people comment saying how jealous they are because my family's just so close, and my parents are cool, my brothers are cool, like, we just hang out all the time, like, we have the same interests and everything. But anyway, off topic, and that's why videos are so long. My current relationship with my family is great. We are very close. My brothers both live with my parents in Ontario. I only see them in person twice a year, but we talk online daily and by phone once a week. When I do visit, we spend a lot of time together. We eat dinners together, go to the movies together, go for road trips, and play games together. We often just hang out as a family and watch TV. Like, I will just go and watch TV with my dad upstairs or downstairs with my brother. Dinner as a family has always been a big thing. Like, that's how I grew up. But anyway, the next page is all NA. So, except for the last question is no, because it's all about marriage and common law relationships. I'm going to read you the questions, though, for those that are in a relationship and would like to know what the questions are. Describe your partner's personality. What qualities do you appreciate most in your partner? What activities do you enjoy sharing with your partner? What activities do you enjoy separately from your partner? What do you feel are the strong points in your relationship? What produces the greatest stress in your relationship, and how do you resolve it? What goals do you work towards in your relationship? Have you ever been separated from your partner? Please explain. Have you ever been married, common law, or committed before? How long did the relationship, marriage last? Why did it end? And I put no for that one because I haven't been. Fertility history. Have you, male included, ever conceived a child? No. I have had a chemical pregnancy, but it was literally like 2 days of being pregnant. I'm not counting that because I feel like it was such a fast thing, and if I wasn't testing like crazy, I would have never known it even happened. So it's not the same as being like pregnant, experiencing the pregnancy, being excited about the pregnancy, and then miscarrying. It was, not saying it was easy, I'm just saying that it wasn't as difficult as being 8 weeks along and miscarrying, or having a stillborn, right? Like, it's not the same. So I put no. Have you, male included, experienced a miscarriage still with? No. Have you experienced a child's death? No. Are you and or your partner experienced infertility? No. I do have endo, but I've never been officially diagnosed with infertility. And with TTCing, I was only doing ICIs. I wasn't doing IUIs. And I feel like probably the biggest issue with what I was doing was shipping time. The sperm usually lives about 72 hours, so what's that? You guys can do the math. I think it's 3 days, and that's like maximum outside the body, and my shipping time was about 5 days. So I honestly don't feel like the sperm by the time it got to me there was enough, like the counts. I'm sure if I did a count, it would be like 5 sperm survived the journey kind of thing, right? And just there was timing issues, and I don't know. I feel like if I did IUIs, I would have a much better chance of getting pregnant. But I don't want to be pregnant, so yeah. Are you and/or your partner preventing pregnancy for medical reasons? No. Briefly explain your infertility history. Please describe procedures, surgeries, past and current treatment. If you are preventing conception due to medical factors, risks, please explain. So all I wrote was endometriosis may cause fertility issues, but no infertility diagnosis, no fertility treatments. Current parenting, please list all your children, so name, birth date, how the child entered the family, resides with you, yes or no. Which is that any for me? If any of the above children do not reside with you, please explain. Please explain your involvement with the children, and name. Describe each child who lives with you, physical appearance, personality, skills and interests, relationships with parent, siblings, and peers. Use another sheet if necessary, because it only gives you this tiny little box. And describe each child's understanding of adoption and readiness to include another child in the family. Okay. If your children entered the family through adoption, please describe what kind of adoption, government, international, private. What was the age of your child when they entered your family? What is their racial background? NA. Parenting and adoption. Why are you applying for adoption? I have always planned to build my family through adoption. I have no desire to be pregnant or a need to have a biological child. I feel that I am now at a place where I am ready to be a mom. I don't know what video it was. Maybe my why I want to be a single mom by choice video. I feel like I've discussed it before, where I've often talked with my mom about adopting, and since I was a teenager. So it's just, that's how I assumed I would build my family. And then just when I was starting to look into it, surrogacy was the first thing that came up, because I didn't want to do the adoption process, just because it's so in depth. And then when surrogacy was going to take me a while, I decided to do TTCing, because I'm like, oh, this was going to be the fastest route for me to get a baby. And then now I'm like, surrogacy would have been faster. Well, not necessarily, because the surrogate would have started trying this fall. In case you haven't seen my surrogacy update, I think I did the surrogacy update, but she is experiencing medical issues with this current pregnancy, and therefore it is highly unlikely that she will be able to do another surrogacy after this. If we do decide to do it, then I'm obviously going to go that route, but highly unlikely, just because it's going to cost me almost the same as the adoption is, and I don't know, I think I would rather just do it as an adoption, since I'm paying out all this money anyway. What preparation or experience do you have for parenting? I have been working with children since I was a teenager. As soon as I was legally allowed to start babysitting children, I started babysitting children as young as 2 weeks old. I have also been a nanny, teacher's assistant, educational assistant, and now I'm a teacher. My Bachelor of Arts degree is in Child and Family Studies. I think it was the Why I Want to Be a Single Mom by Choice video that kind of goes through all my experience with children and my attachment with certain children that I was babysitting. Anyway, please describe what methods of discipline you would like to use when you become a parent. Now, this is something that I came across through Tina Tweedle T. She had mentioned in a video about peaceful parenting. And like, as soon as she had said that, like a light bulb went off, and I went, oh my god, this is what I want to do. And since she had mentioned that, I've actually been trying it in my classroom. Not saying I'm perfect, not saying I'm ever going to be perfect, but I feel like my kids in my classroom like totally react differently to me now than before. Because before, what would happen is my TA would start yelling at them, I would start yelling at them, and it just would be so negative. Now, even if my TA is yelling at them, I don't yell at them, and I feel like we have a much better relationship because of it. Anyway, so long story short, getting back to the question, so the parenting method, the methods of discipline. I am planning to follow I am planning to following the peaceful parenting method. Parents set limits that are reasonable and logical. When frustrated or angry, parents remain calm and issues are discussed. It is a form of gentle parenting where parents try to find the root of the problem instead of reacting. Expectations for the child should be clear. No parent is perfect, and I know I will not be able to follow this method 100% of the time, but I will try to do my best. So yeah, there's like a whole big thing on it, but that's like summarized in a box about this big, which when I do have a match, the wonderful thing again about infants, newborns, is you have lots of time to figure shit out while they're young. So I'm gonna probably I'll purchase a peaceful parenting book at that time. Oh, my stupid phone. So an hour later, hopefully my distractions and interruptions are done. So I don't quite remember where I was. Where was I? How will you parent different from the way your parents raised you? I think that's where I was. So I think the biggest difference will be food related. I grew up with a lot of junk food and takeout. I never learned healthy eating habits. I struggled with my weight my entire life. I want to teach my child to make healthy choices while still having treats once in a while, which really has been my biggest goal with like trying to lose weight and stuff, is so that I can get healthy habits and pass those on to my kids or kid. What aspects of parenting do you think will find the hardest? Because I'm single, I feel that the hardest aspect will be illnesses. If I'm sick, I may need someone in my support system to help me care for the child. If the child's sick, I may need time off work to care for him or her. It may be overwhelming because I do not have a partner. I do not have a partner to switch off with during the endless nights, which kind of sounds negative, but sorry, let me just fix the camera. I don't know what Showa did with it. So kind of sounds negative, but like honestly, that's like my biggest fear, is more so that if I'm sick. What future events, occurrences in your children's lives do you think will be the most difficult for you? I feel like the hardest time of parenting will be when the child is a teenager, because I have never smoked, drank, or done any drugs. I feel that it will be difficult to explain to a teenager how to make good choices. I will have to reach out to my support system a lot during those years. Teenagers, if you've had kids and you've had teenagers, I don't know how to get through that. I'm a teacher and I teach kindergarten because I can't deal with the teenage drama. Because I feel like I couldn't relate to half of it, because I was nannying at the time. I went to school, went and nannied. Like, I was too busy thinking of other things like diapers and what to make for supper and cleaning houses than to think about the drama that went on. Anyway, at this time, what goals / expectations do you have for your children? My only expectation is that he or she graduates from high school, even if it takes a long time. I want him or her to have a chance at a career that she loves, and I feel that to have that, they need to have a school diploma. Beyond that, I will support him or her to reach whatever goals she chooses, as long as he is happy and safe. That is all that matters. Which honestly, I have a career that I love, and I feel that that's something very important in life to have, because it's something you are going to do for 8+ hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week for your entire life. So if it's something you hate doing, you hate getting up to do every morning, your life isn't going to be as fulfilled as doing something that you love. Like every day, yeah, sure, I don't like getting up early in the morning. Yeah, sure, we have rough days like today. I was going crazy. But I'm not waking up in the morning going, hate work. Like, that's not how I'm going. Anyway, so I feel like in order to have a career that they love, they need at least high school. I don't know any other careers other than like fast food restaurants or something, low minimum wage paying jobs that you don't need high school for. And like if they want to go into a trade like electrician or plumber or something like that, they can go into an apprenticeship from high school. So I don't want to say like they need to have post-secondary, because there's tons of well-paying careers that I feel that they could enjoy. I don't think anyone really has gone like, oh yeah, I work at McDonald's and I love going to work every day and I love the crappy minimum wage pay. Like, anyway, no offense to anyone that works at a fast food place. I'm just I would like my child to finish high school. How will your life change with the arrival of a new child? I feel like life will be completely different. I will be fully responsible for another human being. All my choices and my plans will have to include him/her. I will no longer have the freedom to come and go as I please. On the other hand, the joy in my life will be enormous. I will have someone to travel and explore with, to read to at night, to share my knowledge, and to watch grow. What are your plans for childcare during the child's preschool years? I hope to stay at home with the child during parental leave, which I'm going to do a whole video on parental leave in Canada, because I know you guys in the States are probably like, parental leave, aren't you adopting? Yeah, in Canada, go Canada. I may be able to extend that to at least a year, which I am hoping to do, but I need to get financially in a place to do that. Anyway, after that, I will most likely be hiring a nanny to care for the child while I'm at work. I have looked into nannies versus daycares, and I really like the idea of hiring a nanny. Where I would like to be working next, I would be able to afford a nanny no problem. So that's what I would like to have, just because I feel like I have more control over it. I don't have to worry about if my kid's sick, not being allowed to go to daycare, and then trying to find other arrangements. It's just easier to just have a nanny. If there's a daycare that I like and financially maybe is better, then I might do that. But anyway, so that is the questions for that. I hope this video wasn't ridiculously long. I don't know how long it was because I had to stop. So this part's been 6 minutes. Wow, am I really that close? Sorry guys, did I just have the full video with my head there? Anyway, so I'm going to go edit this, which is basically I'm just going to add my intro and I'm going to upload it and have some supper. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.